Paisans. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza in your basement with Joey. Hello, everybody. I missed you. Let me take a look. Oh, man, look at that. You got the little flavor saver, little jazz patch going on there. I like that. You're looking good. You're taking care of yourself. Nice to see you all. I have missed you. We're back in the saddle. Look, it's April, all right? So long, seasonal depression. Hello, bright, shining anxiety as we enter the summer. I hope everybody's doing okay. We're going to have a blast. I know I say it every show, but holy cow, this one, woo, as they say in Spaghetti Land, chef's kiss. Because not only do we have Elena on the ones and twos, and my brother Neon Lord in the black light waiting upstairs with the cutlets, but we got our old friend, an official VIP station member, Ian McGarty, with another crazy thing that slipped out of his ears that's going to be amazing he's going to share with us. But two people I hold in extremely high regard. And if you told me a couple years ago that this greasy knucklehead would have Hank Richardson and Chuck Franco on the show tonight, I'd say, you're crazy. Why are you even talking about the future? What are you, some kind of magician? And then I'd shut the door and I'd call the police. But anyways, my wildest dreams has come true. I got some of the coolest cats in the biz here tonight, and we're going to talk about all sorts of things indie gaming, all right? And I want to, listen, I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about me. I've been thinking about us as a community, all right? And I'm talking to all of you watching this now, because if you're watching us, you're one of us. And this is what I mean. So, congratulations to everybody in the Zine month, the Zine Quest, the Back-A-Kit, the Kickstarter, and all that kind of stuff. But I was looking at it all. And it's getting harder and harder to find the basement zines or the basement books. I'm not just talking, hardcover's fine, soft, whatever. But the true indie creators are getting a little outshined. They're overwhelmed. They're putting too much sauce that we can't find it because we got these other people. And no disrespect, capitalism is capitalism. It's America, baby. But listen, it's getting harder and harder to find the small creators that really need the money, that are putting every single cent into printing their product or having a little bit of cash in the pocket, not only to get to work back and forth, because we're all working people, but also to keep their momentum, to keep their little projects and their companies going. And I know all my friends that we do the Back-A-Kits and the Kickstarters. We're living paycheck to paycheck. That's all right. We're all happy. But like, we don't have the extra money just to press the button and be like, oh, here's another zine, here's another zine, here's another zine. We're very careful with that. So I'm not telling you to do anything, and no disrespect to any of the companies, because some of the larger companies are wonderful people that I'm very good friends with. But here's what Joey Royale is going to do. I'm making a promise to myself, all right? Forget FOMO and all of that other nonsense that they're putting in your head. Going forward, here is my promise to all of you independent creators. I am only spending the pocket money that I have on true indie small press creators. God bless all the big companies with their 6 and 7 figures. Good for you. You're probably helping a lot of people out and employing artists and all that. But I'm going to wait till that stuff's in the store so I can support the brick and mortar on top of that. But Joey Royale, this is my promise to you creators out there. I'm going to put my money literally where my mouth is, and I hope I don't get an infection. But because people pee their, it's terrible. You don't want to lick money anymore. But that's what I'm going to do. My 10, 15, 20, 40, whatever, that's going to go to you guys. And when it hits the brick and mortar, the big stuff, then I'll consider it. And maybe that's something, possibly, if you're watching the show, you might agree, and just something to think about. I never want to tell you what to do in this show. My whole purpose of this show is to unlock the creative genius that is living inside of you, give you a little kick in the ass to say, go out there and do it, because you can do it, and to give you a little bit of confidence because I believe in you. Okay? Enough of that. Let's go to the Crypt of Cool. This is the part of the show where I share with you some cool stuff that's hit my mailbox recently. Let's start with something I got last night. Oh, baby, we are talking G.I. Joe. You know how much I love G.I. Joe. I collect the oldies, I collect the new ones, but I finally broke down and I'm getting into the classifieds because I can't control myself, and I probably am on the border of obsessive compulsive disorder, says my therapist. But here we go. One of my favorites of all time. My friend came over 2 nights ago and gave me 2 beautiful gifts. One, holy cow, a official Rocky Point T-shirt. Now, Wolf Manzella and all you other folks that were in Rhode Island or Connecticut, there used to be a beautiful theme park, family run, called Rocky Point, and they used to take all of us altar boys up on the bus, and we'd raise hell the entire time. And Father Costaldi would say, "You could only have the chowder." They'd put us in the big hall to eat hot dogs, hamburgers, and he would say, "You will only have the chowder." And I hated chowder as a kid because they had the red stuff. I like the creamy stuff. Anyways, I still love you, Father Costaldi, but I'm no longer an altar boy. Anyways, he got me the T-shirt of the haunted house ride, and that was the coolest thing in the world as a kid, because all the cars had, your Frankenstein and your Dracula, but they also had like the reptilian lady from the Hammer films and all that. And come to find out, my friend Jason, who got me the shirt, is friends with the guy who did a documentary on it, and he owns those cars. He owns the haunted house cars and the little bat that used to hang out from the exit that used to scare us all. So thank you for that. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Maybe 3 people in the world. But he also brought me this, one of my favorite characters of G.I. Joe of all time, Brent Hit and Run Scott. I love this guy. You want to know why? Neon Lord knows why. Grappling hooks. Any toy with a grappling hook or a mask as a kid, oh, I'm all over it. And crazy thing here, I don't know what they were thinking, but you know why they call him Hit and Run? On the classified on the car, the classified information on the back, his parents were killed by a drunk driver, for crying out loud. So they give him the nickname Hit and Run. You want to know why my generation's crazy? Exhibit A. There's something you like to share with the rest of us? Amazing, Larry? No, Pee-wee. Go ahead. What else do I have? Oh, this is my guy right here. I got one of these in the mail. You know what that is. My man, Dragon Wizard. Tiger Wizard. Dragon Wizard. Tiger Wizard. I'm looking at the dragons here. We got everything. We got crocodiles, naked barbarian ladies, skulls, tongues, and look at that little goat. I love them demonic goats. And on the back, I won't spoil it all. You have to join his Patreon/Tiger Wizard to get it. Deep in the bone swamps, there is a goat. And that goat is also a dagger. Woo! You know what that reminds me of? My session last night did a playthrough with a bunch of beautiful people for John Hambone and Levi and Sally Cantorino's new game. I'm going to mess it up if I forget. Of a Harmonious Nature and double feature, because he's got to do that kind of stuff. Nothing Left to Lose, both for Shadow Dark backer kit right now. Back that. But we kept on finding all these marsupials. And every time we did a treasure search, we'd go in, just happened to roll on a D100 silver daggers. So that became the thing. Every time you killed something, you stick your hand in there, boom, silver dagger. So we're going to start a silver dagger business. So that's wonderful. And listen, I'm a fanboy for Matt Ross, Smash Bash. Look at this. I don't know if I shared this last time. I don't care. I'm going to share it again. Not only is this guy an awesome person who is inspiring, but look at this. A friggin' physical catalog of minis like the old days, guys and gals. Smashbash.org. Not only is this a catalog, this is a tome of inspiration, because we got full color paintings of the games, this and that. This is like a magazine in itself. He's fooling you saying it's a catalog, but then you get to see the stuff you can actually order. And I've been going nuts. Every time I have a couple of extra bucks, I send it over to Matt at Smash Bash, because you can get little boxes of all bits and pieces. It's a kit bash bonanza for beginners to veterans. And they're sculpted in a way where that paint, you can be the sloppiest person in the world, but you throw a little primer on there and you touch it with a little speed paint, anybody can be a beautiful artist like Bob Ross and Matt Ross when you do that kind of stuff. I can't recommend this enough. Smashbash.org. And he has a tabletop board game version of Sun Rock coming out, so you don't even need to build your own terrain anymore. That's going to be coming out soon. Support him. He's a beautiful human being. Okay, now we're going to do an opening. Judge Rooster, Might not be able to make it online tonight, but he sent his love and regards to everybody. If you join the Get Haunted Industries Discord, Discord/Get Haunted Industries or whatever, do a Google search. I don't remember that stuff. There's a free stuff for Discordians channel in that, right? And that's what people do. You give away stuff. Yeah, give me your address, pay for the stamp, and this is what you get. So I got his monthly delivery. Haven't even opened up yet. All right, we got an envelope. Let's see what's in here. I got a lucky coin. I got we were talking about him last night. A Raven Royal Rumble card. Oh, my favorite, Serpentor. Yeah, he's my godfather. Baby Poop. This looks like a Wacky Packages. So that'll be great on the back of the car as I pull into work. Ooh, I love school and measles and mumps because I'm nuts. That's a great set. This is vintage right there. That's cool, huh, Elena? This is neat. This is a postcard of all sorts of weird fantasy art. There is that's not plastic. This is a poker chip smelling of delicious grandfatherly soap. How about that? And then there's an envelope. Let's take a look. Holy cow. The house. Oh, man. The house. Fairhaven. This has to do with WHPA. Luck is only borrowed. Wine recipes on playing cards. Delicious white wine chicken and red wine jelly. That would go nice together. This is amazing. I love this kind of stuff. Don't you love getting stuff in the mail, kids? And then I'm going to read this later, but this is what I was hoping for. We have The Legend of the House, which looks to be on stained parchment, an adventure supplement for WHPA with an NPC on the back. This is living. This is friendship. Making stuff, sending it to your friends. I'd take that over $1 million every day, and I swear in my mother's eyes I mean that. This is what we're all about. Rooster, you're keeping the scene alive. We all love you. Join the Discord. It's a beautiful place to hang out and meet new friends. We got everything from action figures to minis to occult studies. All right, one more because I want to see all my friends. I started a new collection. I shared this on Grape Apes and Spellman's thing on about collecting the other night, but I started a new collection because I can't control myself. WWF cards. I'm starting with nothing but managers. I got this sweet-ass Bobby Heenan card, one of my favorites in the biz. I've been watching his shoot interviews for the past 2 weeks. I love the guy. I've talked about his philosophy before. Wrestle like a manager, manage like a coach, and how you can apply that to playing and writing games and running games. So coming in the mail tomorrow, I got Gorilla Monsoon, Classy Freddie Blassie, Mr. Fuji, and Dusty Rhodes. Speaking of Dusty Rhodes, he'll come on in a minute because I got to do the wisdom check. All right, ready? Well, now we get to the wisdom check. This is where we talk about arcane knowledge to guide you in your creative adventure. All right? We're going back to one of my favorite people in history for his philosophy, my buddy Marcus Aurelius. All right? Works at the pizza joint down the street called Roman Delight. Beautiful New York style slices. Neon Lord's already shaking his head in disgust. Here we go. Ready? This is your knowledge for the month. I picked this out specifically for you. Have I done something for the common good? Then I share in the benefits. I'll read it one more time. Have I done something for the common good? Question mark. Then I share in the benefits. Doing good is a reward in itself. You don't really need to be rewarded for doing good. You should just do it. But I'll tell you what, the world would be a better place if we took some of that advice. I think this world is pretty cool here, Spaghetti Land, where you can leave all your troubles behind. And remember, everybody has a life expectancy. Wink. So, here we go. From the Garbage Pail Kid Tarot. I got home from work. I said, what do my friends and I need to know to get us through the next month? And there's never a bad card. but this is something that we got to talk about a little bit. This is not jumping up for joy. We're going to try to figure out how we turn this card upside down. We got the Ace of Swords reversed, lovely severed arm, and here is what Diced Bryce has to say. So says the Oracle. Listless and foggy-brained, you're having trouble focusing and finding direction. Does this ring a bell? Reversed, this card represents confusion and uncertainty. Getting clarity should be your focus now, and you might have to seek out, this is the important part, you might have to seek out new perspectives to do so. No person is an island. We get by with a little help from our friends, right? John Bon Jovi sang that back in the 1940s. So that's what you got to do, all right? Take care of everybody else. Take care of yourself. Don't go overboard. Confusion is part of process, part of life and creativity and art. It's healthy. Go into your chrysalis, then come out, talk to a couple of weirdos. You turn that sword right side up. The inspiration flows. I throw you $5. I pat you on the back and say, good job, friend. I love you. All right. Enough of that stuff. Let's get into the ragu. Elena, would you do me a favor and pry the cutlet from the Neon Lord's hand up at the table with Nana and have him come downstairs, please?
I'll do my best, but that's kind of stuck to his fingers.
It's a very cheesy night. Very cheesy.
Very nice. It's hard times, Daddy. It's hard times up
I'm
there.
the son of a plumber, baby. Neon Lord, I love you. You are a machine. We were talking about the word prolific last night and how it applies to you. We are playing in the game. We found some magic. Somebody said a phrase. What was it? Tiger
tiger pouch.
A tiger pouch. We reached into a tiger's pouch because you know they're marsupials. It
As
says
one
it in
does,
the Bible.
yeah.
And they pulled out the silver dagger. Next thing you know, today he releases one of his treasure deck cards, which is
tiger pouch.
graphically designed, benefits for the Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. Listen, what do you got for us tonight? I want to know what you're going to share, and then you're not going to sit back in the shadows. You're going to tell us about all the crazy stuff going on. My homemade bolo tie I wore just for you because you are now the Pog Master of the world. Go ahead.
Well, the role-playing Pog Master of the East Coast is what my business card say. But my show and tell for the day is the 2000 AD Dice Man collection. It's nice and big. It is essentially fighting fantasy comic books where you get 2d6 and then you go through. So the first one is with my main man, Joseph Dredd. As you know, House of Death is the comic. And then so Judge Joseph Dredd shows up to a cult-ridden mansion, and then you choose at the bottom, would you like to kick in the door, look through the letterbox, or go around the back? So then you go to that panel, and then you do what that does, and then it's like, oh no, the cultists are attacking. They attack. You have to roll 8 up, or you take 1 damage, and then you just keep going. It's like, so it goes through. Dice Man has a few comics of his own. He's kind of like a Indiana Jones, Dick Tracy sometimes character. You got Slain. Not a huge Slain guy, but like that's another 2000 AD comic. You got Nemesis, the Warlock, ABC Warriors are in there. My favorite, like Judge Dredd, ABC Warriors. It's got what's that other one called? I can't think of it off the top of my head now. I'm going too fast. Oh, Rogue Trooper. Duh. There's a Rogue Trooper one. But the greatest one of all that nobody ever talks about is the final comic where you are Ronald Reagan.
Yep. Oh, look at that peanut butter and jelly.
How can you go wrong when you play as Ronald Reagan in Twilight's Last Gleaming, the dawn of World War III? And then it even has like color inserts of the covers.
This is totally Brian. Brian!
And then look at
that. That's beautiful.
The Ronald Reagan cover for that Dice Man.
That's like that Phil Collins video with the rubber-faced Gaddafi and Reagan and all that. Yeah.
I don't
That
know the
used to
name
give
of
me
the song,
nightmares as
but
a
I
kid.
know
That's
exactly
cool.
what you're talking about.
Hey, where'd you get that from?
So I was talking about it with my buddy Ian, and he was like, "What's your address? I'm just gonna get a copy sent to you." So then it showed up
You
at the
mean
door.
Ian McGarty of Silver Bullet Games?
The one and only.
Well, guess what? He's going to be coming on in a minute.
Well,
So
perfect.
let's talk. Let's talk business.
Yeah.
Tell
Gotta
the
keep the
world
lights on.
what you've been up to. And listen, this is what I was talking about before. This is one of those guys that he'll do well in a backer kit, but he just keeps on adding more and more stretch goals basically every day. All that
Yeah.
money is going to you. Invest in a guy like this. Go.
Yeah, I've never made money on a Kickstarter. I've always lost money on it, but it's not about the money. You know,
It's not.
it's about making the coolest shit I possibly can. Why wouldn't I want Pogs made by some of my favorite people of all time, right? Like knocking off all my toys, getting excited. So yeah, I don't make any money. I'm actually probably gonna lose money again, but that's okay. I'm not about making the money. I don't care about making money. I
We
want to
make
make books.
experiences, baby. We don't make money. We make
Right.
experiences. Pah!
Yeah. Well, that's what I always say too. I don't write books. I make experiences too, because I mean it's in a Trapper Keeper,
Yeah.
right? So like,
So he's talking about he thinks everybody knows everything. He's talking about Battle Binders, his ongoing what is it? Back into the Kickstarter.
it's on Kickstarter right now.
All right.
I can drop the link
Brian
in the
Colin is
chat.
doing this amazing stuff. He's building this whole empire now, including Vast Grim and all that. But he's doing Battle Binders, and they're friggin' beautiful. They're small Trapper Keepers with gaming material inside.
Yeah,
and
A5.
setting the world on fire.
A5. Oh, I don't think I could put it in the chat because of being live. I don't think you can put.
We'll fix it in post.
Fix it in post. Yeah, you can't place. Yeah, anyway, either way, yeah, so that's going right now. You get the Scumdog manual, which is like the player facing,
Yep.
and then you get the Neon Lord's Manual of Doom that has all your stuff to, like, you know, load, no prep, get right into the game, all the creeps and everything. And then you get a adventure / setting guide for Fast Times at Sludge Mountain.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's
now to clarify too, this is rules. This is Neon Lords dipped in Morkborg, right?
Yeah, so it is the Neon Lords vibes with the Morkborg rules.
Cool.
But there's like some things that like I added. So like there's like in Morkborg you like roll the body.
Yeah.
And then but like in Neon Bastards, if you roll a 6 on it, you turn into a zombie. Like stuff just added a little bit of tweaks here and there.
Okay.
And then like a morale roll. So if you roll like Snake Eyes on a morale roll in Morkborg, they'll just flee. But like, no, they won't flee, but it'll be normal. But like if you roll Snake Eyes, then they get more tenacity and a little bit more oomph into their blades, so they come at you harder.
What's the next stretch goal?
The next stretch goal is we are literally $40 away from JP Covert's 3 Pogs. And then it's the Johan Pog at 17. Then 20K is the Skinner zine with the Skinner
Nice.
Pogs. But it's an adventure loosely based on John Carpenter's The Fog, to where
Love it. I was listening to the soundtrack the other day.
So the Skinner Pogs are linked to a monster, a mist mutants. So then if you pull out the Pog for initiative and you pull a mist mutant, the mist rolls in no matter where you are, and you're fighting those mist mutants on top of whatever threat you're fighting in the regular adventure.
I got to bring this up because I've been very inspired over the past couple of years by my buddy Whittle Goblin, who's in the chat. Hi, Whitty. And I've been watching her painting and all that. And so the other day, I finally busted out one of my Neon Lords minis. What's the name? What's the class?
That is the Star Spawn.
The Star Spawn. Little bit of army paint there. These are beautiful models, Bri. And those will be coming out soon too, right? The second series?
Yep, second series. We are just getting them done now, and then trying to figure out how to ship them. Saul's printing them. And then the Riders of the Burp Warp ones will be out to backers soon.
Excellent. Well, congratulations on everything. Let's have a couple more friends up into the treehouse.
Let's do it.
Teddy Duchamp couldn't make it because he's visiting his father, who's in a loony bin up in Togus. So instead, we got Ian McGarty, Silver Bullet Games, with one of the craziest things to come out of the East Coast since sliced bread. And yes, sliced bread can get pretty crazy. Ian McGarty, welcome back to the Pizza Party Extravaganza. If I was closer to you, I'd give you a big kiss on that ginger goatee. How you doing, pal?
Doing awesome. Yeah, I've got a good game coming up. But Brian was underselling Dice Man.
Of
That
course he
is
is.
Well,
that
I gotta
is
get to the
a deeply wonderful personal experience of like solo comic book
Yeah.
RPG that like it's I can't even describe. So much fun.
So
Like
what I
that
do want you to describe is bad mother cluckers, as in chicken. You crazy kid, what do you got cooking up in your kitchen?
So we have Bad Mother Cluckers, and this is the Poya Lucha edition. So this lets you take your friends or enemies, depends on the day and the group of people you're with, create your own lucha fighting chicken and battle for dominance in the arena. I have a bunch of arenas that are chicken appropriate, like the farmyard and the barn, and then the dreaded kitchen, which is one of the most deadly arenas for the chicken because we all know that hot oil stoves, sinks, all sorts of deadly stuff that can be used in your combat to try to defeat your enemies. Always using your signature moves and some items you might gather up on your way as you do this. So really quick to make a character, takes you about 10 minutes. And then you're good to go 30 minutes in and you can have a couple fights. We were just running it at OSR Con. That was quite a blast. I'm obligated now to add another signature move for Matt Roberts that reflects his wonderful plumage as he's sporting that glorious hair still. So we will be adding another signature move for that. But a lot of cool stuff in there. Jay Parker did cyberpunk rules for it. So if you're
Oh,
Brian Shutter
wow.
and you're like, why am I fighting with just fists? I need a gun. There's a whole slew of that stuff you can do as a stretch goal. We
As a
added a
chicken.
bunch of yep, as a chicken.
As
You
a
are
chicken.
a
Yeah.
lucha chicken battling for dominance, as one does, right?
You're a
There's
friggin'
what's
genius. I love you, Ian. We need more of this in the world.
we need more
So what do we do
Mexican
with the
fighting
dice?
chickens.
What do we do
So the
with the dice?
dice, it's a dice chain. I can show you. I got a carrot. So you have four stats really. Luchability, obviously your ability to
Duh.
do cool lucha stuff. Then you have the classic chicken stats, which are breast, wing, and thigh. So using those stats, which also act as your sort of health or hit points, you move up a dice chain. The more points you have in it, the bigger dice you have, trying to roll to get a four for success. So if you get eight, you get two, hit you twice, and the enemy gets a chance to resist. So really quick, basic, easy rule set. As you fight and get beat up, you get weaker, which makes it a lot of fun. At the end of every round of combat, everybody has to do a little crowd work and see who has the crowd on their side, which
Beautiful.
makes a big difference. And of course, we included a devil mask. Who doesn't want the crowd to cheer for them, but wants to be hated? So we really truly have that like wrestler heel part in there,
I
which I
love
love.
heels.
Yeah, and
That's what draws me in.
it
Ian,
was nice to mechanically reflect it too, which is cool. So if you want to be the heel, you could do it and get a bonus from it, which is awesome.
and if I want to be the heel chicken or a laser gun chicken, where do I throw my money at? How do I get a copy of this? You got to sell this stuff, man. Come on.
So we are in our preview Kickstarter page.
Okay.
We're getting close to going live. I could go live any minute, but you know how it is. You keep adding frosting to the cake until there's too many flowers, and then you go, oh
And
shoot,
you got to
take a
go to the
couple
hospital.
off, and then
Yeah.
so
Pat
it's
gets
ready to
mad and
go.
smashes the
I've
cake and says he's disappointed in you. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
file wise we're like I'm doing nitpicky little tweaks from just play testing it a lot, which has been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
But it's ready to roll. It's a finished product, so once it hits Kickstarter, you'll be basically, like always with our Kickstarters, funding our printing, so we can get you a cool book. It will have, so it's going to be 8.5 by 11, and I did this solely for the fact that the inner pages you can unfold with the staple bind, and you'll be able to pull out your arena maps
Oh,
to pop them.
cool.
So you can pop open your copy, unfold your staples, and then you've got three cool arena maps that you can use to fight on that. So
That's
like
great.
the old magazines of the day.
yeah, and I'm like I really just want to see someone just pull out that middle page and go. Because I don't know, I'm excited to see it. Brian, I will be play testing this too when we're at Origins, so we'll
Yeah,
do
I'll be
that.
there for that. Yeah.
Brian,
And
I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
what
we're
you're
gonna be
referring
sharing
we'll
a
to.
be
table, Duff.
I don't know
I'll
what
be
you're
with
referring
you.
to, Brian. But the only magazine I had with the fold out, it was a Bo Derek. What are you referring to? Some sort of gaming magazine that used to do this?
Yeah, Nintendo Power.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nintendo Power. Sure. All right. Hey, my mind's in a different spot sometimes. You know,
Sometimes you think about the number of those you destroyed, you're like, I probably could have bought a house with all
I went to an estate sale
just
2 years ago.
recklessly pulling stuff
I went
out.
to an estate sale 2 years ago and I struck it big. I bought issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. I had to get the Castlevania one with the rubber
Oh,
mask of the
And the
vampire. I flipped them. I
decapitated
should have
head.
saved them. Yeah, those are beautiful. Well, Ian, we will put all this stuff in the show notes for you so we can sell that. You want to meet a couple of other friends?
yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see some of the products that these guys have come and I'm desperate to hear about. I think they're going to be awesome. So,
All right. These
hell
guys
yeah.
are in completely different time zones. So they're probably just waking up. Speaking of chickens, the cock is probably crowing as we speak. But we're going to kick it off. Two pals from Portland. The first one that's coming down. Hank! Yeah, come on. All right. Just unlock the door for him, Elena, would you?
Just got to do the secret knock.
Yeah.
Gotta do the time shift. Ooh-loo-loo, ooh-loo-loo, ooh-loo-loo.
Ladies and gentlemen, years ago, when I was wet behind the ears and never wrote anything or anything, I was getting into, I had discovered crawl. And then pretty soon after that, probably a week after that, I'm trying to see, though, he'll tell me the year, I discovered this. One of the most influential role playing games in zine form that I have ever experienced. And I am not speaking in hyperbole, Hank, but without this, there probably wouldn't be Ninja City. There probably wouldn't be WHPA. I probably would have been eating light bulbs in asbestos in the corner. That's where I was before I found Deathblow. Hank, thank you so much for giving us your time today, your contributions to the hobby, and more people need to know about Deathblow. All right? In my hands, I have Deathblow, that's the core rules. I have the Deathblow source book, which is absolutely gorgeous, and then Mischief Night. Hank, for those uninitiated, give us the rundown of who you are, what you do, Richardson Games, etc.
Well, thank you very much, Joe. You're too kind. That's very nice to hear that it was inspiration to you, and thank you very much. So yeah, my name's Hank. I run Richardson Games, a small indie press in Portland. I publish Deathblow, and then Outworlder, which is a sort of a unofficial fan crawl role-playing game based off the 1983 movie Kroll of the same name. And
Oh,
yeah.
love it.
But yeah, I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much, Joe. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I'm working on another game called Hegemon right now.
Yes.
It's kind of a science fiction, real far future, almost kind of a space opera where you play intergalactic agents who are sort of sent to different worlds to try to infiltrate and destabilize them. So that's my current project.
I went on your YouTube channel and I encourage everybody because Hank's a genius. Hank's a creative genius. He's very humble. And, he's one of the only normal ones that looks like on this show tonight. But the only one sporting a collar. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. All right, Ian. You got a collar too. Very good. All right. You can be part of the Nice Boys crew. But you got to check out Hank's video about Hegemon, the story of its creation, its legacy, and what it really means. And I'm just assuming, Hank, but we're all human, and it must have been a very cathartic experience for you because this is a project that was you and your brothers who passed away, and now you are continuing to keep this torch lit. Can you tell us a little bit about that and how that keeps you going?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my brother Sam is sort of Hegemon was his sort of brainchild. He came up with the concept, and he's one of those guys who writes it just flows out of him, and so he
Yep.
needs someone to kind of organize all of his thoughts. And I'm lucky that I'm pretty organized, and so I said, okay, let's do this game.
Yep.
This is your idea, this is your concept, and yeah, Sam passed away last year, but I'm keeping the torch going, and
Good.
we're gonna keep going through it. We were through 1.9 version of it, and I'm gonna see it through to the first edition. So
Excellent.
just to give him the credit that's due. So yeah.
And we talk about this a lot, Hank, and it's these things that we make in this gaming community is so much more than dice on a table. We're not talking Monopoly, but these are experiences. These are connective tissue. And I've always, when I first even discovered role playing games, it's funny because they're shunned by normies, or they were. It's become much more popular now. But it's really you have to have friends in order to play these things. All right,
Absolutely.
Like the whole point of it is you can't be a loner. Like we have this. There's this image of us as just these ne'er do wells in the basement, chugging the Mountain Dew. Well, I am in my basement and I'm chugging the energy drink, so it's not that bad. But you know what I mean? We're community-based people. We like our little friend groups. I'm 47 years old, and I only in the past 5 years since I got into gaming, I've discovered some of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about this stuff. Hank?
Absolutely, and I completely feel the same way. And I actually run a convention every year called
Yes.
3D Roleplay Con. And
Nice segue. You caught that. Very good,
oh,
Hank.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
even.
perfect. No, you're
Okay,
rolling with
good.
it. I love it. Tell them about this Old Hammer, baby, right?
Yeah. So it's an old Hammer gaming convention. We do mostly wargaming, a 1980s LED, Games Workshop, all that kind of stuff, vintage miniatures. But I mean, what it's given me is just friendship. Like
Yeah.
that's the key takeaway I've always had. I was just like, man, I've met so many great people. I've had so many great experiences gaming, and that's what it's all about. So I 100% agree with you, and yeah. So
Now, Neon Lord, I know you're a Warhammer guy. Have you
I
dipped
am.
your toes into Old Hammer? Now, is that just a period of Warhammer when the design,
Yeah.
I like the design was a little bit different. It was a little bit
Well,
more,
like Road
tongue-in-cheek and
Trader.
fun?
Yeah, Road
Yeah.
Trader Arrow, 40K, Laser Burn. Even if you want to go farther back.
sure.
But
Yep.
yeah, I don't have friends outside the internet here, so I don't get to play any games other than on the internet. So when I make it to the West Coast, I'm definitely going to try to get as many games in as I can.
You're most
How
welcome.
many of these cons have you held so far?
This will be our 6th year. So
Holy, okay, so this
yeah.
is an established. Good for you, Hank.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, we just it's kind of like the 1986 to 1989 period where Games Workshop is publishing, their science fiction line, their fantasy role playing game, and their mass fantasy battle game, and it's kind of all the same system,
Yep.
and it's just this beautiful, beautiful thing. So, anyways,
With
we're
a
just big
sense,
fans.
with a
Well, I
sense
mean-
of humor, I learned, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
of course, it's British.
Brian
yeah,
Ansell-
that way.
Brian Ansell was the smartest guy ever. He came up with the idea of giving away a game with the minis, so you have an excuse to buy the minis.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
okay, all right.
That's
Listen,
how.
Yep.
I gotta do something. I gotta break protocol because I don't want Chuck waiting. I want Chuck to talk about this stuff too. Elena, can you tell Chuck to come downstairs?
So can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah. Chuck
So-
Franco, ladies and gentlemen from Dark Future, the
Oh yeah.
patron saint of brick and mortar support for indie creators. If I was in Portland right now, I'd smash
Oh,
through your window. I'd
so much
grab
money.
you by that beautiful feathered haircut, and I'd give you a smooch on the cheek and give you a little bit of a mustache burn while doing so. Chuck, we're going to get into Dark Future and you in a minute in your projects, but you're showing minis behind it in the green room. I want you here, so join in the conversation.
Just real
All
quick.
right, how you doing, pal? All right,
When
tell
I-
us a story,
Yeah,
Neon Lord.
it's just about Hank. I don't know if he remembers this, but when I first started, like I would ask anybody who would listen, and I would get, like Kick Rock's kid. Like no one would help me in the RPG world at all. Like anybody, I would hit anybody up. No one would ever help me. Hank was the first other creator to ever help me do anything.
Oh, thank you very
So like
much.
that's massive. So just the kindness he showed me. If anybody ever asks me to do anything, I do it just because
Yeah.
like I pay it forward. If they're like, hey, I need help with this layout, fuck it, don't give me money. I'll just do it because it meant a lot because I had no idea what I was doing. Like setting up a Kickstarter, doing the videos and all that stuff, and then he was like, hey, yeah, kind of do this. Kind of showed me a little bit of the way and said, if you want to use my music, use my music.
Yep.
So it's like
Yeah.
it was a big deal.
That Deathblow video, like the promo video, geez.
Iconic.
Oh my God, I watch it all the time. But I hope Chuck and Hank, I hope you guys realize you're both humble people from my experiences with you, but you guys have made a significant impact in a lot of our lives, and I really want to shine the spotlight on you guys because it's big for people like us. You guys are big time, and to experience kindness from people that you look up to really keeps our engines going. So a sincere thank you to both of you.
Of course.
Now,
Thank you.
Hank, where are we with Deathblow right now? Is this its entirety? Are you ever going to go back a little bit? What do you think?
Oh, I would like to release more adventure modules, do like a, compendium of all the adventures because I've written a bunch that I haven't, actually published or anything like that. So, would definitely like to support it more. And Chuck and I have actually talked about maybe doing some sort of second edition or, maybe a compendium with everything that's been written kind of thing. So, definitely it's not the end of it. We gotta get on a plan. So and that's mostly my fault for not having the time. But
No, listen. That's the thing. We do this stuff on the side because we love it. But for the uninitiated, because I always assume everybody is into all the weird stuff that I am, just give everybody out in Spaghetti Land a little bit elevator pitch of what they're going to be experiencing when they open up a book of Deathblow and start rolling dice, pal.
sure. Well, thanks. Yeah, Death Blows is a very rules light sort of role playing game about like gang warfare. Essentially, it's heavily inspired by John Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13. Also Escape from New York. All that kind of stuff. Kind of near apocalyptic, not quite post apocalyptic. But you create a gang warrior, and then you create your gang, and you got a car, you got a ride, and you're dueling it out for power and supremacy in a place called Reaper City. So it's a real rules light. You can just pick it up, play, and it's kind of a world that I created over a couple years, and I created a soundtrack for it too, and hopefully it kind of feels alive like that.
It does feel alive, and for a kid of the 70s and 80s, it checks all the boxes, brother.
Yeah,
You are a friend of ours.
It's like if
he's
John
underselling
Carpenter.
too. He's also like not mentioning the cassette tape he released.
That's
with
right. Yeah, the
Deathblow,
cassette.
too.
I got
so
that too.
I've been sitting on that one for a bit, but I was like looking for the
Yeah.
moment. But that is
Oh,
also
thanks.
a flippin' sweet spot for that bad boy. Like,
I mean,
like,
it's if John Carpenter made a Necromunda movie.
Hell yeah.
That's cool. That's a good way to put it. What is your favorite faction when you play Oldhammer?
Oh, I like orcs and goblins. I like the greenskins. Yeah, and man, I think it's orcs all the way.
Okay. How about you, Bri? You're a orc guy?
I don't really ever play anything fantasy. If I did, I want to be Vampire Lords, if that's even goes back that far, or Skaven, if it even goes back that far.
Yep, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. So now that we got him here, Hank, stick around. I want you to contribute, but I gotta talk to my boy Chucky over here, Chuck Franco, Dark
What's up?
Future, Portland, Oregon.
That's right.
Buddy. Thank you. That's all I gotta say. You're awesome.
Thank you.
This is the first time we've seen each other, and we've talked in person. We've emailed back and forth. You always take care of me, and I appreciate it. I'm forever indebted to you. And what I didn't realize, who was I talking to? Spellman, Brian Spellman, a good friend of the show. And I guess he was out in Portland not too long ago. They had a little WHPA meetup, and they went to the store, but you were out that day. But this is a whole. I didn't realize it, but Dark Future. There's a bar. There's a whole scene, right?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
paint a picture, pal. Chuck Franco.
What's up, guys? How's it going? I'm Chuck from Dark Future. Happy to be here. This is a great honor and privilege. Yeah, just I gotta reflect on what our good Reverend Joey was saying earlier. Hank with Deathblow really lit a fire inside of me. I met him years ago and online, and we played Deathblow, and it opened up like a whole world of possibilities to me, and you know, and I really owe him that as well. So really spurred me to kind of do what I'm doing now. Dark Future. It's an indie RPG store, and vintage items as well when I can get my hands on them. And we're lucky enough to be located inside of a spot called Blackwater, which is a punk and metal bar and venue and record store. It's a whole castle over there. It's pretty awesome, and we have regular game nights. I book shows, and yeah, it's awesome, man. It's great.
We got nothing like that in the Nutmeg State. I might have to pack the bag soon, pal. How long you been doing this for, Chuck? With the business?
Over a year and a half now. October 5th, 2025, I think was the grand opening, and we had a small little shop over on a different part of Portland, and
Yeah.
it was like a little hole in the wall, but you know, uh, I was like really determined to like kind of break the mold, and I was inspired by traveling the country, touring in bands, and seeing like game shops in people's basements, and spots in Pittsburgh and Richmond, Virginia, and all over the place, and I wanted to give it that old school dungeon vibe,
Yeah.
like lucky enough to have a beautiful wife who's an amazing artist, and we like went all in, like murals and dragons on the wall and swords and chainmail and lasers, and the dangling bat that scares you at the end of the haunted house ride.
Nice, well played. Tell me about the music. I didn't. I know only of you in the role playing world. And we'll talk about. I just backed it this afternoon. Let's do that
Right.
first. All right. Let's
Okay,
give
yeah.
you a plug. Bestial Hordes. Tell them
Yeah,
about Bestial
Beast Steel
Hordes.
Hordes
I love the
right
art.
here. Yeah, uh, crazy concept. Talking with people, and people always want more like system neutral world building stuff. And
Yeah.
somebody, friend Storm up in Seattle, he actually kind of dropped his brain nugget, and he's like, "I wish there was like a Beastman generator somewhere." And I was like, "Oh, dang."
Yeah.
Okay, like I've got enough of the realm of chaos going on upstairs to kind of get this going, and I reached out to my good friend Eric Rady down in the Bay Area. He worked on Dungeon Degenerates and
Yeah.
Sport Gambler. He's an amazing artist and game designer, a very chill dude. He did all the artwork, and he took what I thought was going to be like, I wanted to do like a little brochure style thing with just like a few tables, and he blew it up into this like amazing, like 32-page book, just filled with tables and mutants, and just like this amazing artwork that is just like
That's sick.
complete. Yeah, it's completely evocative, and for the last, we kind of just, all right, let's do this, and we just did a backer kit, and been very successful, and I just been rolling up mutants with people all week long. I just rolled one with Hank just the other day, and it's been
It was
great, man,
awesome.
and
It was really fun.
Hank, what did you end up
yeah.
rolling up for your Beastman?
A Beastman was sort of like powdered skin that was psychedelic, and
Cool.
Yeah, he had like a goat head and
goat head, yeah,
hallucinogenic
exactly.
skin, so you don't want to get too close, and you might not want to get a whiff too close, you might
Or
start
you might
tripping.
want to. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
I mean, if you're down to clown and do a little skiing, go right ahead. Stick that beast, brother. Can't feel my
Yeah,
tongue.
and Eric Rady, I kind of like we were brainstorming, and he took it to the next level again, as he always does, and we put in like tons of plot hooks so you
Cool.
could drop this into any game, and it's got like a table of like different plot hooks and everything from kind of like going rescue the princess to gathering organs from these beastmen and rolling on a table to magical incantations and spells, and yeah, it's really coming alive, which is awesome. It's cool to see.
And this is system agnostic.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
listen,
Anything you want,
yeah, that's a bit. I want to share that with everybody. Listen, everybody out there that wants to make something but might be a little bit nervous because the rules thing can be overwhelming. Like, do I do old school essentials? Do I do Shadow Dark? Do I do DCC? Do I make up my own thing? That can make you crazy, and it can stop the actual flow of the dreams and images in your head. Start out like that's you can never. I will never stop buying system agnostic supplements, particularly ones with hooks and tables, because I'm the kind of guy, especially when I first started, I had to play everything by the rules. If I didn't do it the right way, I thought I was messing up. But no, man, that's where it's at. Just go nuts. Throw everything against the wall. And down the road, if you want to throw in your own rules or do a third party thing with somebody, that's fine. But don't let the rules get in the way, because really what we're doing
absolutely.
at the table is imagining, and that's a wonderful tool to do it. So don't let numbers get in the way if that's what's stunting your growth.
And that you
Yeah,
could
playing
like
imagination games.
truly drop that in anything from like
Yeah.
a sci-fi to a fantasy to a modern game, and it would just you'd
Yeah,
have
that's
a badass mutant in no
Yep.
time. I just
that's
jumped on.
Yeah.
You convinced me. I'm in.
oh, I
Oh
mean, it's
yeah.
like the second I saw it, I'm like, well, that's Realms of Chaos, the missing book that I gotta have next to my Realms of Chaos books now.
And that picture, that double spread. Wow.
Yeah.
Freaking
Yeah, it's good
wow.
stuff. Yeah.
Show that bad boy again. Yes. Oh,
I love that.
just
You got hints of Bruegel and Bosch in there. You got the old Games Workshop style. It's beautiful. I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
Blanche.
so are you Chuck and Hank? Are you guys like I know Portland's not a small town, but like you guys get to mingle and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we
Yeah, we played in like a 2.5 year long Warhammer Fantasy roleplay campaign together.
Oh, look at Neon
Oh,
Lord's
I'm
jealous
so
over
jealous.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
It was Monday nights, right? For like 2 years
Yeah,
straight.
Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah,
2 years straight. Yeah.
we got I have a clubhouse with a couple other guys in town, and we do war gaming and role playing, and yeah, we ran the enemy within campaign for a couple of years.
Oh,
So
It's beautiful.
beautiful.
It's
That's
truly
awesome.
beautiful.
Is that a figure of speech, or do you have a physical clubhouse that you guys gather around in?
it's a physical clubhouse. Yeah, I rent one
Yeah,
out.
it's the UK way. You ever see that? That they do like wargaming clubhouses.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. It's in it's an artist space in this massive building that's sort of half decrepit, and it's in Chinatown. And
Yeah, it's
a
great.
screaming deal. We got all of our miniatures, and I built a table for wargaming and role playing and stuff.
Once again,
Yeah,
not in the nutmeg state.
Right.
You
The
might
real
you
characters
might
are
have
the ones you meet on
you
the
might
streets
have
out there.
you might have war gamers, but they're probably playing like bolt action. or
No.
something like
Listen, I'll tell you what. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. Hive scum, I love you. You are my saving grace, and I am going to take a drive up there. You guys know those guys?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
they rule. Yeah,
Mhm.
they're great.
In Russ We Trust. Those guys are the best. I'll tell you what, Under the Dice Fest changed my life. I'm looking over here in the Mozzarella Mausoleum. Never was like this before. There's paint all over the place. There's lead minis. There's stuff chopped up between Under the Dice and Witty and all those cool, and Matt and all those cool people, man. I've entered a new renaissance of creativity. So I got to go. They got a workshop too that I want to go up there and check out. I love those guys.
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
they're
just
great.
watching I love Tubi, and there's like a wargaming documentary on there too, where Napoleon Dynamite goes around the world checking out wargaming. John Hader, whatever his name is.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, nice.
If it was a drinking
As
game,
Napoleon
I would have had
Dynamite.
I would have had to go into the hospital. How many Hive Scum T-shirts? Every time I was watching it, my wife like, look another Hive. I know those guys. It's a Hive Scum shirt. And I saw Shane, the blind man, in the background. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, I know these people. Bolt Thrower 2. That's how I started to learn from one of his songs. That's how I started to realize that Warhammer wasn't always so serious. That it was like it was kind of like funny British humor kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I like, you find a friend and then these pathways open up and it's like a whole world you never even knew before. So,
Yeah.
other than what's hot now at the tables at your store? Like, what's flying off the shelves? What are the kids into?
Oh man, of course, Shadow Dark and
Yeah.
the old school essentials. I've been lucky enough to get some kind of I worked out a thing with Gabor Lux over in Hungary, and I stock his EMDT Hungarian D20 Society zines, which
Oh.
are system agnostic. They come with maps. They're truly old school style, dungeon crawling and city crawls, and he keeps pumping out this new material, and that's like kind of like an exclusive shop for it in the States, and yeah, people just love it, man. But
What is it
you
called
know,
again, Chuck?
it's EMDT, the New Hungarian D20 Society.
EMDT. This is tickling my fancy, as they say
Yeah,
downtown.
it's great stuff, man. It's fantastic stuff. I'll send you some stuff so you can check it out. And
Excellent. Excellent.
yeah, and I'm lucky enough to like have a space where people can play test games. Getting ready to release another game this summer with my friend Michael. It's called Blood Starved. It's like a 90s themed goth punk industrial vampire game. Uh, Very much inspired by the Warriors. You're not like a cool, suave, ancient vampire. You're kind of living in the gutter and looking up at the stars, and trying to survive kind of vibe.
Ooh, I love that, man. And you brought up Shadow Dark, and I want to give a thank you to Kelsey too. Now this is somebody. This is not one of those companies I was talking about in the beginning of the show. She did this, and true indie, and congratulations, she deserves every penny she gets. But it was one of those things when I was at Gen Con, I saw her, I was starstruck, and I'm a big mouth. I jump around, I hug everybody, but like I was really like, hi, how are you? And she goes, hi, Joey. I'm like, boom, oh my god! But like, she's one of those people. They're not one of those people, and I'll never forget how kind and welcoming she was. Top of the game, big time, line out, everybody's buying this stuff, but so humble and so down to earth. And I'll never forget that because I have met people, I'm sure you all have too, that you really look up to, and you're like, "Hey, all right, well,
Right.
okay,
I'd be remiss without saying, you asked what's flying off the shelves and hot on the table. We got the man, Reverend Joey Royale, right here himself. Weirdos of Public Access is people love it here in Portland, man. And it's like,
oh,
I
cool."
love running that game, and I love like when people come into the shop. We're nerds that love all kinds of different things. We love talking about our games and adventures, and I love hearing about people's hosts that they make. And
Oh hell
That
yeah.
I
that's
have
my
this
favorite
rule at
thing.
my yeah,
Yeah,
I love to
I have
hear
this
here's
what
rule at
people
my
people's
do with it. Like
dude,
that's like it's taken on its own life. Ian did a crazy, beautiful, and I've seen him run WHPA, and he does wonderful at it. But the what's the cheese one?
it's the Demon Curd of Saint Aguzo.
Yes,
So it's
beautiful,
it's
beautiful.
that's a fantastic one. Half the fun of running WHPA is seeing what people create because they just come up with the craziest ideas that are just so fun when you do it. Like it's,
yeah.
but yeah, we like it. But we
You,
did a lot. The back of the Demon Curd too. I did. I don't know if you really look closely at it. I had a crazy picture of me with this fur hat, so I made myself as a host in the back with this pretty. That's a crazy book though. Yeah, yeah,
and
that's
that's the
Yeah,
point of
I
all
got a
this.
rule. I got a
The,
rule at my table. I always make the host. I make them act out a bit of their show
oh,
before we
that's
get into the
cool.
adventure. I count it down and everything, like five, four. All right, let's go, and I make them just on the
like
spot. And I've had some crazy, crazy, crazy experience. I had like Hank. His character was just like killing me the last time we played. It was astonishing. He was like. It still makes me laugh. I'll just randomly think about this guy who's like doing a home like pest management show for your garden, and he's like had this psychic power where he could see through wood so he could see the termites.
oh, that's
That's the
awesome.
thing. Everybody has some kind of superpower, and that's what I'm trying to celebrate in that. So thank you. I'm humbled and I'm flattered. So I think Ian and Bry, we gotta pack up the Winnebago and head out west.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
already
that's-
making I was already talking to Chuck where I'm making some kind of West Coast tour because I talked to LA War Games too because that's Hunter's favorite store. Come to find out, so like I come down, pick up Techno Destructo. We're gonna play some games there, and then kind of like shoot up to Portland and all that stuff.
When are you planning this? You know my number, you son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, I gotta fly is like the thing.
You know
I
how to
don't know.
fly?
Yeah, I do. You just flap
That's
and,
good.
and then blow
Oh yeah,
on
like
the
the
ground.
dwarf.
I will
Like
Yeah.
the dwarf last night. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I will
Speed
Yeah,
Bus
listen,
gas up my-
last night's game was so classic. There was a dwarf. The dwarf, of course, got thrown. There was two goblins in a trench coat. It was all the classics.
Yeah.
All right. It's 9 o'clock. I want to do this forever because I love you all so much. Ian, thank you for your constant friendship and being nice to my kid when he comes to the conventions. We all love you. Hank and Chuck, I said it before. I'll say it again. You guys are extremely important, not only to us, but to the community at large. This whole thing that's going on, keep on going. Whatever you need, I am a phone call away. I am committed to supporting what you do. So
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Listen, but the only way this works, everybody out in Spaghetti Land, if you support these people. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to bookend this. No, none of us have a lot of money right now. All right, look, this is plywood. It will always be plywood. But if you do have the chance to buy games, try to invest a little bit in those smaller companies that are promoting themselves on the crowdfunding stuff. Don't get distracted by the big stuff. That'll be in the store, and that can be our plan. Support those games. I'm going to buy them. I love that stuff. You kidding me? My friends write this stuff. But that's going to end up in a store, too. So if you really don't have a lot of money and you want to invest in something, invest in the small guys. Invest in people like Chuck, who's got the brick and mortar. And that's good. A rising tide lifts all hamburgers, as they say. I think Abraham Lincoln said that.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
And you guys backing us really makes it possible for us to print more books.
I
Absolutely.
can't do it without you
100%.
guys. Seriously. So thank you very much. Neon Lord, as always, I am so proud of you. You always inspire me with the bananas stuff that you do, and your mind never turns off.
Same to you, Mr. Royale.
Thank you. Thank you. Elena, woo! I can't say enough about you. 2 nights in a row this week. I'm a lucky guy, and they can't see you, but I'm digging the new hairstyle. You're looking fresh, partner.
Thank you. And it is always a pleasure, Joey.
So we're gonna be back next month. I'm back, baby. I'm out of the fog. I'm ready. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to have fun, and I'm ready to push you to the next level. All right. I'm not a motivational speaker, but I love you and I care about you. We're spending this time together. We talk on Discord. I'm meeting new people. Everybody has it in them. Listen, if this knucklehead can do it, you can do it. I guarantee you. So make something. Make the world a better place. Be kind to each other. And I'm going to say it one more time because this one needs a little unpacking, but I'm going to let you do the unpacking. Marcus Aurelius, have I done something for the common good? Then I share in the benefits. Peanut butter and mashed potatoes, baby. It's all there. All right. Take care of yourself. Go outside for a walk. I don't want anybody dropping on us. You got to take care of yourself. All right? Be good to yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. And let things pass. If somebody's a jerk, let it pass. There's too much negativity in RPG critics and all that stuff now. None of it matters. Nothing matters. Ashes on a
Nothing
stick of
means
incense.
nothing. Yeah.
Nothing.
It's to the top, brother.
And seriously, think about Dusty Rhodes, a son of a plumber. He made it, baby.
It's the American dream.
The
It's
American
hard
dream.
times out here, Daddy.
I've dined with kings and queens. All right. I love you
Thanks to
all.
me.
I'll see you next month, and I mean this. If anybody out there, you ever need to talk, you need anything, I'm here for you. You are never alone, no matter how crazy or weird or down in the dumps that you feel. Baloney. Somebody out there has also felt that way. We will take care of you. Go out there, love who you want to love, be kind, and accept all except the bad ones. Okay? So Go out, have fun. I'll see you next month. Call a friend this week. Do me a favor. Don't text them. Pick up the phone. Call a friend you haven't spoke to in a while, because one day you won't be able to. That's not going to end it. But it's a happy thing. So while you have the chance, do it. You're here right now. You have that gift. Go out and mend fences, shake hands, and have some pizza. Ciao, paisans. Until
Amen.
next time. Good night.